Hello everybody, welcome back to Ikemi Gaming. Today we're going to start a new scenario number 3 in the Bella Italia DLC for Railway Empire 2. Without further ado, let's get right to it. So new game, scenarios, Italy. We did that one. Great, we're going to go North Italy, continue, and take Helen Gerard. We'll keep it on automatic. We can't change anything there. Alright, so I'm interested to see how it's going to go. Obviously to be Northern Italy.
Welcome to North Italy. Good thing you're here. I need your help. See, after the Italian War of Independence, we're dealing with a little financial crisis, and the passenger traffic is suffering from it because many people cannot afford traveling by train. At the same time, the construction and upkeep of railway tracks is very expensive. But there is hope. The government plans a great construction offensive and will subsidize railway construction. And this is where you come in. I want you to expand the railway network in North Italy. In doing so, you should fulfill orders for the government to earn money. Then you should use that money to construct profitable railway lines. When you fulfill a request, I will give you more. I will leave the order in which you complete them entirely up to you. All that matters is that in the end, all requests are fulfilled. For now, begin by connecting Milano to the cities in the vicinity. Then we'll see how to proceed further.
Alright, well let's look at what we need to do here. So we only have one task. Wow, what do you know? Reach 175,000 citizens in the Lombardy region. So that's Bergamo, Brescia, Como, Milano, and Piacenza. Okay, so let's just look around. That's all rated out there. So Como has a 300,000 bonus. Milan's right there. So maybe that'll be the key city in this scenario. What else can we do here? Piacenza is in. Brescia is there, also with the connection bonus. Bergamo's there. That's rated out. That's rated out. And then that's pretty well the top. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities. Looks like Milan is going to be our main city. Okay, the grapes are not in. So we got olives in. We got wheat there. We got hogs. Nothing else down there. We got wood. We got vegetables. More grain, milk, and then citrus fruits there. Okay, let's turn on the mountains and see. Oh, nice. So everything's in the plain except for kind of Bergamo's sort of like right on the edge of the hill. Nice. Okay, well let's go in our research and see where we're sitting here. So we can increase the maximum speed of all locomotives, including the PLM 4D. We go backwards. We got residual value, recruiting, a couple odds and ends here that are not done, but for the most part, the important things look like they're all good. Could increase our bonds there maybe, but if we go with this, we can get at the rail crusher, because right now the fastest train is 87 to the Glen, but if we get over here we can go to 99. I think we want to do that. Oh, we have another research. I think we'll leave that for now. All right, so let's go ahead and lay some line. All right, we have a couple lines laid out. So we have our Como Express to Milan Express, with Como having the maintenance. We're gonna put 2 de Glens on that automatics. We'll confirm that. Let's go here and grab the second biggest bond, then the biggest bond. Como, the Bergamo, the Brescia, 2 de Glens automatic with our mail car and our dining car. Perfect. And so that should get us our bonus here of 350 and should get us our bonus there of 300. We're also going to go in here and we're going to bump up all our training. See if we bring the max training, we reduce the maintenance requirements of our locomotives by 25%. That's really good. And then if we increase our stoker to 125%, which is the maxi, it doesn't go any further, it just wastes money. We get increased speed of locomotives by 12%. And then if we go train personnel and bump that up to 125, we get increased popularity, which gives you a ticket price increase by 10%. And then if we go security up to 125, increases freight and mail and increases revenue for those by 10%. So you can see how that would be good. So you definitely always want to do that. Now we're going to connect our hog or Milan freight because they have a sausage factory. So we'll put 1 PLM on that. That's fine. Single rail line, so that's no big deal. It's only taking 8.6 days to do the turnaround, so we should be good. As much as I like to buy some of these things, I just think I can't. They're all like really expensive. Like this one, for instance, 305. This one's 230. It's a little bit less, but yeah, I think we're gonna have to not buy anything. And we got our bonus from Como of 300,000, so we're gonna use that to lay a line from Marino Stop, bringing in our wood all the way to Milan, and that's fine. It's a single line for a bit of it. So what else does Milan need? So that'll give them the wood. They're getting the hog, sausage. They're already getting the wheat, so they need olives and grapes. Now we're gonna bring in our olives from Carbone to Milan freight. We'll put a PLD on that, and we'll put a refrigerated car. Actually, we won't around. We just want to get them going at first. And take this olive train and try something a little different. I'm going to bring it back to Carbone to load up again, and then back again to go to Bergamo. I'm just curious if that's going to work. I'm going to do the same thing with the wood. I'm going to bring it back in, and then I'm going to bring it over to Bergamo freight because they're not getting wood. And see, it's 53 days, so it's just under 56 days, so that's good. More than that, and it won't work. So I'll need a separate train. Come from Marino, stop the Brescia Express. And I think for now, I'll do it the long way. Eventually, I'll get some money and I'll put it straight there. I do have lines laid out for other things, but honestly, we need income. So we're going to click on our express train here going between our 3 cities, and we're going to bump that up to 3. And then we have our line from our wood up to Brescia freight, because I think that was the only thing they were missing. Make sure it's going in full. For PLD there, I'm going to look here. Oh, they need olives too. Bummer. So we decided to rework the olives. We have one train come down Como freight, then back, then the Milan freight. And now we're doing a separate train because we couldn't do all 4 with the same train to Bergamo freight back to load up, then over the Brescia freight with our refrigerated car on that. So then I think we're going to look at the wood again and see what we need to do there. And now we can grab the Rail Crusher D17-1. We'll take that and we're going to see, just for fun, what it would cost to upgrade our trains to this. 43,000. That's not bad. I think we'll do that as soon as we get the money. And here we are. There. Now we're all Rail Crushers now. See, nice green trains. And the next thing we're working on, oh look, we can do that actually. We're going to extend this way. Then we're going to build a little hook right here, so then we can start using the same line for freight for these 2 cities. I'm going to drop a few immigration centers down. So we'll put one in Milan, and then it looks like we can put one in Bergamo, and Brescia, we don't quite have enough money to put there. So now we're going to bring in our sausage to Bergamo freight, bring back the olives, then go over to Brescia with sausage and bring back pasta. All with the same trains, 44 days, it's under 56, so we're good to go. And then we have our load of grape coming all the way into Milan, and we got a refrigerated car on that. And then I see Brescia can take an immigration office. There we go. And then we're going to bring in our vegetables into Milan, full train with the refrigerated car. And we actually bought the grapes and we bought the vegetables because they were a decent price. But if you look at the wood, like look, it's up to 600,000, so it's out of reach. And then we're bringing in a grape to Brescia, full load with our refrigerated car. Now we got a load of grapes going in the Bergamo's freight with our refrigerated car.
Very good. Now you can link up the neighboring regions.
I think we're going to take this Veneto region. Let's go ahead. We'll buy that.
Venezia is rich in business opportunities. The many big cities will earn us lots of money, especially Venice. But we can also go all the way to the Austrian border to get a small subsidy from the state.
Okay, so what do we need to do now? So that other one still stays there, I guess, Piedmont region. By 1883, we need to connect to Trieste to our home city, Milan. By December of the same year, we need to have 80,000 citizens of Venice. And then by May of 84, we need to have 7 different goods available in Ferrara at the same time. So Trieste is way over here on the border. Venice is right there. So I need to grow that. It's at 35 right now. And then Ferrara is down here. They only have 2 goods. And really, if I brought in these other 7, we'd be able to do that right away. All right, we've moved some things around. We're going to start working on Ferrara freight to try to get our 7 to 7 as quick as possible. So we're going to bring in our wood full all the way down. Then we're coming back to get our grapes and going down with the exact same train. Then we're bringing in our olive oil from Bergamo down the Ferrara freight full, and I imagine they'll bring pasta back. And then we're also going to go over to Milan and bring our meat down full, and they don't need to bring anything back. Bring people back if they want. There we go. We'll put a car on it. They don't need pasta. Perfect. So that will give them wood. That'll give them sausage. Eventually, they're already getting grain because it's right beside them. They're making pasta. They're going to get olive oil. They'll get grapes, so they need olives. So we could probably go up here and do an olive line just straight down to them, and we'll make sure it's full. Right, we won't put a car on it. We just want to get it out and run into them first, and that should hit 7 once enough time goes by that those trains start showing up. And we're going to go ahead and take this PRRD12, not because we need it, but we're just trying to get over here, trying to move right. All right, we extended the line down the Piacenza, so we'll grab our train here and we're going to change our route a little bit. Como to Milan, Piacenza, back to Milan, and then to Como. We'll leave it on 2 trains. Yes, this line's singles, so it's true. They're driving along tracks, but that's fine. We will put a supply tower down though. We need to increase income a bit, so we're going to take a 4th train on this Como, Bergamo, Brescia line. So now we got 4 trains on there. We only have 2 from Como to Milan to Piacenza because we really should double up this line here, and it's going to cost about 196 to do so. And here we are coming in the Ferrara freight with our load of olives, which should give us our 7th item out of 7 that they wanted.
Until a few years ago, Austria reigned over our country. Now we're an independent nation that maintains trade and passenger traffic with its former enemy. The whims of fate are unexplainable, but there is a lot of money in it for us, so I won't question it.
There we go. It opened up a couple more things. Reached 200,000 citizens in the Emilia-Romagna region. And so that contains Bologna, Ravenna, Rimini, and San Marino. And then also they want 80,000 citizens in San Marino. So we kind of got tasks everywhere. I'm not sure I like this. I kind of like the little bubbles that you work on one at a time. And then we have just enough money to buy the Piedmont region. We're going to do that.
There's an affordable iron mine in the northwest. We should seize this opportunity. Let's purchase the mine and make it ours. If we can produce our own steel, we can reduce our track construction costs.
Okay, so with that open up, all right, so we got those done. So now by 82 December, we need to connect cities of Turin and Genoa to a rail network, and we need to buy the rural business Martinelli Quarry. So where's Turin and Genoa? Right there. Turin's there, Genoa's there. Our rail network. Okay, and then the Martinelli Quarry, where do we have that? Head northwest, right? Here it is right here. 166,000. Okay, that should be easy enough to do. And we should be able to buy this Martinelli Quarry.
Good. The mine is ready to go. Let's mine the iron and produce our own steel. We can use it in railway construction.
Okay, so perfect. We did that. Rural business. Now they want to deliver 16 loads of steel to Milan. The other thing we can do is take this next train over the Taff Vale tank. I don't know if we're going to go down here, maybe increase our passengers and the amount of packages and the revenue, or if we want to just keep pushing to the right. And now Como, we're going to put a steel plant down to help bring in the 16 loads of steel to Milan. We're going to build it in Como and then deliver it from there to Milan. We already were asked to buy this quarry. We went ahead and bought the mine, so we're going to bring them in and start making steel in Como. Now we have our line from Milan, Novara over to Turin and back again. We're just going to put one train on that with our two wagons, and now we're bringing in our coal into Como with one train, and we're going to bring in our iron, another train into Como. And then we should be able to start making steel that we can then ship down to Milan. Then we're going to throw a train on from Milan to Como and just let them ship things back and forth. And we're going to take steel tows, which will reduce the maintenance time for our locomotives by 5%. And now we're ready to lay our line to Genoa.
Well done! These cities are of particular significance for the passenger traffic of the region. It would make sense to expand eastwards from Genoa. There's a diverse agriculture there that's ours for the taking.
Perfect. So that gives us that pass way up here. We got pass everywhere here. See, now they want 60,000 citizens in Parma. Like, this is really confusing trying to do all this in one. We're good down to here at least. So now our steel plant's working. It's made 2 so far. So that should be just a matter of time before that starts pumping out product. And then we have our line from Milan Express to Asti Express down to Genoa and back again. And we're going to put one train on that with our 2 dining car and mail car wagons. Now we have a line from Brescia to Verona or to Vicenza Express and back again. Just one train. We're trying to make our way over Trieste. Now we have our line from Vicenza to Pordenone, Udine, and back again. Put one train on that, automatic with our wagons. And now we have our line laid out to Trieste.
From Milano all the way to Trieste, we have come so far, and our success has not gone unnoticed. The government wants us to build another line north to Trent. Though not very significant for passenger and freight traffic, the connection is strategically important for the state. This will ensure us a subsidy.
Okay, so we did this one right here, and I see, yeah, they added in reach 45,000 citizens in Trent. So the earliest one right now is the loads of steel to Milan and the 80,000 citizens in Venice. And just finish things off. Now we got our line from Udine to Trieste with our express car and our 2 wagons on it, and we're working our way over towards Venice. We got our Vicenza to Padua to Venice and back again, and we're going to put one train on that automatic with our 2 wagons. And here we are coming into Milan from Como with our last 2 loads of steel.
Perfetto! Now we can lay tracks for much cheaper, which gives me another idea. The government pays well for a railway connection to Switzerland, and now that track construction is more affordable, building through the mountains of the Alps and constructing a line to Ticino would actually be feasible. We could rake in lots of money.
All right, so we did our loads of steel. So as I said, this is very confusing. There's several things going on at once. Now they want us to do 6 different goods available in Locarno at the same time. So the next thing time-wise will be this December 83, 80 citizens in Venice.